Well, all right. This is a test. I'm seeing. Let's see here. Seeing if it's going to allow me to. Okay, yeah, that other unlisted thing needs to be deleted. Yes, there we go. I understand. Yes. Okay, let's see here. Um, View on YouTube, and let's see. Okay, there it is. That's working. And let me see if I can do this and. All right. Yes, it's working. Good. Let me see if I can pin this. Pin message. There we go. Sound is good. All right, cool. And if anyone wants to join, you're welcome to join. I just left a link in the chat, and we'll see if this works that way. I don't know if there'll be anyone that wants to join, but you're welcome to join. I will be kind of extreme about who I will. Great Easter. Love from Norway. Well, thanks, Han or Han, whichever way you pronounce that. I will require that if people do want to join the video chat, that you are on camera and you show your face and you continue to show your face. So, because you never know who might want to come in. So I'd rather not have someone that could come in for bad reasons. So it's not it's only 720p and it's not 60 frames per second. I originally was going to try to go for the pro mode that allows you to do 1080p, but they don't allow you to do 60 frames a second. But that's all right. It still looks pretty good to my knowledge. So I hope everyone is doing well. If you're watching, I don't really know what to say right now because it's just a test stream. But looking on fleek. Yeah, I normally don't wear this jacket, but I've just been like some people think that. And by the way, yes, the reason why I'm carrying myself this way is I'm a little bit. I'm drunk and Dr. Dabified, right? So, but I paid for StreamYard and wanted to might lead to some reasonable topics excluded generally through. Yes, I hope this sort of thing will. I hope to have people on that I can have discussions with. I've been spending so much time lately on Tiny Chat and Stumble Chat and going on Discord and some servers where I'm just generally just hanging out and talking with people. Sometimes I've went to sometimes Pimp Monk will have his live streams, and I'll ask, hey, do you want someone else coming in on those? And I sometimes come in on those, and that's cool when I'm invited to those, and when they allow me to come in on those. I'm not trying to be all cramming myself in everyone's faces. Hey, why don't you have me in a video chat, everyone? You know, it's like I don't want to be like that. So, so I thought, hey, maybe I could try creating my own little community chat, video chat community, and do it this way, because a number of other people have been doing it this way. So might work for me. I just haven't been making that many videos lately, and I've really, hey, here's Lisa D. Hey, Lisa. Oh, Lisa. Yeah, I think Lisa D. If it's the same Lisa I'm thinking of, can you show yourself on camera? I'm just not sure if it's the same Lisa D. That's why I'm worried. So, greetings, Lisa D. Well, I could take a chance and see. I just I I don't think I should take a chance. Like I said, I'll have people come on if they're on camera. I can see their face, and that would work for me. So, oh, thanks very much. Playsbology. That's an interesting name. It is Lisa D. Okay, Sean Bounty. Okay, hold on.
Hey, Kazoom.
Hey, how's it going?
Sorry, I don't have a camera on this main PC.
Oh, that's all right.
So this is a test stream, huh? That's awesome. Test stream?
Yeah. I'm glad to. So many other people have been doing it. I've been enjoying it so much on Bounty's stream, on Dirty Water Jones stream, on so many people's streams. It's just been, and So I thought maybe I'd try it myself. So
that's awesome.
And it's good
By
to
the
see
way,
you.
I'm a little drunk.
Well, so am I. So
sounds good. Vodka to the rescue.
I'm gonna have a little more myself. So all
right.
And I was
is that from? Is that the same one from like Costco or something?
No, this one is not. This one is the cheapest I could find at our local liquor store. Oh, this was $20 with tax.
Oh, damn! I need to go there.
Now,
too bad we're most of the way cross country from each other.
Yeah, and at Costco. Now, the cheapest I've ever run across is at Costco. It's not the good Kirkland brand. That's the best vodka I've had, which is $25.
Right.
But I can get a generic brand that looks like this. This is the most generic I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to look on this tiny text on the bottom to see that it's it's Clear Spring brand. But doesn't this look like the label you'd find on a video cassette, a generic blank video cassette from like 1984 or something?
Hell yeah.
So yeah, and this stuff here, it looks like it's going to be Russian or something, and no, it's from Frankfort, Kentucky.
Oh,
so it is not Russian.
Well, at least it's still in country, I guess.
It's not.
Country.
I've had some vodka that's just really nasty, as far as like you swallow it, and it's just like the most burning, nasty, harsh stuff ever possible, and. You know what? This isn't that bad. So,
cheers.
Cheers. Yes, exactly. Cheers. Let me get the water ready for that.
Right?
Yeah.
I also saved your the water additive that you've shown us before.
Oh yeah.
So I can get it. Yeah. Yep.
Kato K1000. It's anyone that doesn't know, it is an electrolyte. There's this, they have flavored versions as well, but I like the stuff that's unflavored because you don't have to worry about sweeteners. So I just add it to my water and I've already had it on my previous water to this, but yeah, that works out really well. And it's kind of expensive initially, but it's 50 servings. So,
well, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
So.
And you don't have to worry about, fake sugars and all that stuff. So.
Exactly. And potassium, it's interesting when I tried to go to supplement stores. What do you call those?
Like GNC?
Yeah, when I try to go to places like that to try to find potassium tablets or whatever, you can't find anything under just potassium, and when you go to this this electrolyte powder, one of the main things in it is potassium.
And
so that's just
good,
weird.
Yeah. Because then you don't have to eat
search for
right. because well, bananas have huge potassium, but it's also got shit tons of natural sugar.
Yeah.
So I don't need that when I'm baseline diabetic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, orange juice supposedly has a lot of potassium in it too.
Yeah,
But
still tons of sugar.
yeah.
So natural sugar, don't get me wrong, but
I want
I
to see if I
just
can put a different background on this. Hold on just a second here. Okay.
okay.
No, that's not virtual background. I want, okay, general. And let's see here. No, that's not it. Okay, layouts. Is that what I want? No. General. Well, I'll figure it out eventually. Right now it's just a black background. I was hoping I could have one of my gradient things, but that's all
You'd
right.
have to talk to Bounty about that. I mean, you know how good his setup is on StreamYard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even Sean hasn't done that yet, so
Also, I want to get back to the chat. I've missed that. Gets friend. Hey, buddy.
hey Amir.
You have all of my love and support, Kiz. Hey, thanks, Gets friend. You don't know it, but you are brightening my day. Well, that's awesome. Thanks. Plays Bology. That other bottle looks like a printed bottle for a music video. Yes, it does.
Yes,
Martin
it does.
Blowski says, "Hey, Kazoom, nice to catch you live. Have a joy day." Yes, I will. It's a reference from Demolition Man. Have a joy day. And
I love
I end
Demolition
a lot of my
Man.
videos with that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's the one with the 3 seashells, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And the cussing like paper.
Yep. Exactly. He used
I love that.
He
I love
used
that
that
movie.
to wipe his ass. Yes.
Exactly.
Alan Archie, I can hear this in my head. Atomic Haggis live Kazoom. Awesome. Okay, thanks. Amir Ali the hobby. I'm having a hard time. Like this past for about 2 weeks now, I've had this sty in my eye, and it makes my the vision in my left eye blurry. So if I try to view things just through my left eye, I can't read shit, but I can read it through my right eye. So I don't know. I'm hoping this sty goes away soon.
Amir,
I might.
Amir, low key. Good to
Hey,
see you, low key.
Yeah, good to see you.
Amir is from Iran, and I just said,
Okay.
"Hey, to Amir Ali." So
Okay.
it's good to see everybody. I'm not gonna stay, but I just wanted to say, "Hey, you know, Amir." Yeah. I just want to say hey and welcome to your test stream, and
Oh, thanks.
hopeful it's super successful for you, Kazoom.
Oh, thanks.
You
Yeah,
know I love
I'm
ya.
so glad you stopped by.
I'm
Oh,
glad
it's-
I stopped by. I mean, obviously, my time it's 6:17 a.m. I know your sleep schedule's off a bit too. So
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
anyway, Low Key is a great friend of Jonesy and Bounty, I believe. Definitely a great friend of Jonesy.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
It's good
Well,
to see
I
you,
hope to
Atomic
have Jonesy
Haggis.
on here sometime too. That would be cool.
That would be cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave. I just want to say hi to you. Good luck on this.
And thanks.
Y'all have a great night or day.
You too.
And happy Easter weekend.
Happy Easter weekend.
Good night, Kazoom.
Good night. Well, that was cool. That was great to see her. Wow, live Kiz. All right. If anyone wants to join, I believe I have the link to the StreamYard pinned. I believe I have that pinned. So if you want to come in, you can come on in. I do, unless I already know you, I require that you have your face on cam. Legend. I don't know if I'm a legend. I mean, maybe I don't know about that, but greetings from Germany. Thanks, Ganja. Thanks, everyone. Wow. And this This is the first, like again, this is the first time I've done a stream on used StreamYard to do a stream on my channel. So I'm going to type, I'm happy that it lets me type something here. I don't have to go to my channel for it. Yeah, that's cool. Hey, Martin.
Hello,
Hey, Martin,
Zoom.
how's it going?
It's going great. It's nice to meet you live.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, good to see
Like,
you.
good to see you too. I always enjoy your content, especially the short red videos you use to vent. It's always nice because I feel you most of the time, and then you always find the right words for it, and it's pleasant
Oh,
to
right on.
find such content. You have to excuse my English. I'm from Spain. Here it's 12 in the midday, but I will try to give out my best English.
Oh, you sound all right to me, so that's good.
Thanks.
Super Van Full. Have I streamed before? I've streamed before. Just I've usually used OBS to do it. I've never used the StreamYard to do it, and this allows me to have other people join in, and we can all have conversations, and that's cool. So I
Yeah,
really
that's really
I'm
nice.
glad this is working as well as it is.
It is. It is. So are you planning to go live more often from now on?
I do plan on going live more often, yes, and I decided to I there's a number of subscription services that I normally had online that I that I stopped so I'd be able to afford the higher tier version of StreamYard so I can have up to 12 people in the chat. So, you know, I'm hoping that maybe I'll be able to fill all those up at some point. That would be cool.
That would be
I've been
really
hanging
nice.
out in so many different StreamYard places and Tiny Chat and Stumble Chat and so many and on Discord, and it's just been really enjoyable to. I feel like I'm really getting more to the heart and the heartbeat of the way that people are thinking and into society, and I feel more connected. And I haven't been getting that as much out of my, you know, when I make my videos where I can rant, you know, I don't have that chance to connect. So I hope this will be a good start for me in a different area. So,
Sure, for sure. It's always nice when you find the courage to put yourself out there and voice your opinion out on the internet. It can be quite frightening for me. It's a huge step, a brave step, I must say. I must say. So, Kizumi, tell me one thing, because I know that you work as a voiceover, that you read out texts for people because you have an amazing voice. When did you
uh-oh.
come to realize you
Oh, did
could?
we?
Are we losing connection? Oh.
Well, I lost my internet for a while and it was done. And I apologize to my guests that I had on here earlier. I really apologize. I'm sorry about that. My modem just reset and I don't know what was happening there. So sorry about that. And then I was trying to go on my phone to leave comments saying, "Hey, my internet has went out. Please hold," and I couldn't access it. So couldn't access my live stream. So that's all right. At least it's working now. So yeah, I'm glad I'm back too. I'm sorry for my guests that I had here earlier. I'm really sorry about that. But we were just talking about something and I forgot what it was. I'm just glad to be back. May not be that much of a stream, but let's see here. Where were we? This is what test streams are for. Yes, exactly. Yes, Frozen Kazoom. Let's see how far back we go here. This is an awesome way of connecting with fans. Yes, I agree, Northern Naysayer. I agree. One of the things that if this doesn't work out this way, then I may create a server on Discord to where I can talk with my fans more that way. And, that way I wouldn't have to worry about YouTube's restrictions as to the things that can be talked about. I wouldn't have to worry about much restrictions at all. Some. They can report someone's Discord server if there's too much shit going on that's not good. But that's another option if this doesn't end up working out. I love having interaction with my fans and my subscribers. It's so weird to just say fans. It's so surreal to think of that right now, Wow, I have fans. I never thought I'd have that, But it'd just be a great way to have discussion. I see so many great StreamYard hangouts. As a suggestion, and only a suggestion, but having even a short conversation with you is something I'm very keen to do in the near future. Well, that would be great. And I need to look back at your what you said earlier about the pronunciation of your name. Let's see here. Where is that? Oh no, I can't find it anymore. Please do more. Oh, as far as crime documentation, that's not up to me. That is all up to JCS. I'm just the narrator. I do not write their scripts, so I am not responsible for anything other than the voiceover work. So, let's see here. Where? Well, shoot. Oh, there it is. Pluzibology. Oh, okay. How to get out of my perception? Well, I don't know. You still perceive this as a pre-recorded video? Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, well, no, it's not a pre-recorded video, though it is probably about a 20-second delay. So that's unfortunate. That's something like if it's just me on the screen, then I do the OBS version of streaming instead of StreamYard. It's a little quicker. It's more like 10 seconds instead of 20, but still. Hey Sky, how's it going? I'm just glad this is working. So I appreciate that. And like I said, if yes, it's 3 a.m. here. Yes, it is 3 a.m. 3:30 a.m. actually. So yes, well, of course, if you're looking at any of the time zones, there is a time zone. What is it in Nova Scotia? That's a half hour off of everyone else. They just had to be different, kind of like how France likes to be different about things, you know. CCAM, the good old CCAM video broadcasting format, right? You know, though, but they produced artists like Jean-Michel Jarre, so can't be all bad, right? Will I frequently stream late at night? I don't know if I will be. My sleep schedule is very strange. Instead of living a 24-hour day, I usually live a 25 or 26-hour day. So my sleep schedule gets shoved forward an hour or 2 hours every 24 hours. So so it will sometimes be at this time, but other times it may not be. So it's going to be kind of random. So I apologize for that. Hey, in Tacoma, same time. Hey, cool. Pitches. Oh, wait, it is Pitchers. Pitchers WR. Hey, Kiz out here for his Eastern time zone peeps. Well, maybe. It's for anyone that's up at these times. So it's going to continue to change. Miss Doubtfire, Newfoundland, Canada. Yes, half hour mark. Yeah, it is weird, isn't it? Oh, interesting. When I hover my mouse over the each person, there's a bunch of options. That's cool. What do I got as far as options? Oh, well, that's nice. Though it doesn't have just the delete message, but that's nice. Definitely relate to the sleep schedule. It was worse when you were on weed all the time, though. Yeah. But it's not the weed that does it for me. It's just I've had a hard time with sleep, and if I try to go with a regular sleep schedule and just continue on the same thing every day, I end up getting like 4 hours sleep a night, and it's just like that's not enough, and then I get sick a lot, and it's just like, well, okay, what do I, how do I balance that out? I'd rather not be sick, right? So, Doubtfire, dildo beer, yes, for sure. That's hard to forget. They should have bottles shaped like dildos, right? Melatonin for the weight. Yeah, I wish it was that way. I wish our days on this planet were just a little longer, I wish it was a 25-hour day, and then I'd be perfect. It'd be great. I'd be grand, but I just seem to be out of sync, I'm the opposite of the group NSYNC, right? So, do I watch Deep Fat Fried? Sometimes. Man, I drunken peasants used to sometimes frustrate me with how superficial and just shallow they were about so many things. But no, I should probably watch Deep Fat Fried a bit more. But I enjoy it so much more when I can actually be involved in the discussion. Yes, I can on the side, in the side chat, but it's not quite the same thing as actually being able to be right there. And because, again, the side chat is usually like 20 seconds off. So by the time you say anything, it's yeah. Anyway, Lisa D, I agree. 25 to 30-hour days would be much better for sleeping and getting things done. That's for damn sure. Yeah, it would. It would be nice. 2 hours extra would be great, as Andy Beans has said. Yes, it would. It would be great. Oh no, I know. I forgot the pronunciation again. I can't find it now. Plazabology. I'm sorry for mispronouncing it again. The circadian rhythm would circadian. As soon as I hear the right way to pronounce it, I'll know what that is. But The circadian rhythm would probably just adjust to the 25 or 30-hour days. Oh, yeah. I'd probably just adjust and then I'd be off again, right? Circadian. That sounds better. Yes, that's more like it. I'm laughing at the Elon Musk comment. Well, here's to another shot of really cheap vodka, right? Here we go. Nostrovia. Heaven bless you both, Nostrovia. All right. Russian spy. Ah, no. Actually, I need a lavatory break. I will be back as shortly as I can. And I'll leave the camera on so you can see the light that's pointed behind my chair. All right. Hey, how's it going? All right. Lavatory break. Okay, what do we got? Andy Beans. What do we got? Wow. Quite a few people here. Ah. Stole that lighting effect for a video, but yours turned out much worse. Cheers. Hair on your ass in Dutch, but I can't spell it. Okay. Let's get back to more current here. Let's see here. You're usually around DWJs. Yeah. I've been around Jonesy's streams quite a bit. Man, I wish he wouldn't have some of the flags that he has hanging in the background. I know that he he loves history. He loves the history of different countries. He loves knowing why people think the way that they think. But I wish he'd understand that symbols mean a lot, and when people see certain symbols in the background, they're going to assume that you represent those symbols, you know. And good night, Sky. And he's a good guy, but damn it, I just wish he understood the way that society will judge when they see those sorts of things. But anyway, hey Sean, hey, good to see you. Hey, is my link still showing up as pinned? I thought I had it pinned. If you want to come on, it'd be great to see you, Sean. SKS 2002. Hey, Kazoom, I remember finding you through Vlair. Quite sad to see that site go. Yeah. Vlair was kind of cool. I knew it wasn't going to last, though. When I asked them about how they're able to keep up with the bandwidth and all that, they were just such noobs about it. I was just like, oh, this isn't going to last. And then Vlair got shut down. Vlair, anyone who doesn't know, Vlair was kind of competition to YouTube, right? So, but it was a small startup, and they had a limited amount of money they could have for the servers, and they eventually got shut down because of copyright issues, and that can shut down any company. I can't imagine what Google deals with when it comes to YouTube and copyright stuff. I mean, that's got to be kind of rough for them. So, I'm so glad that you followed me from Vlair. Thank you. Let's see. Soup. There's someone on my street with a certain pinwheel symbol in their garage. A pinwheel symbol? What is? Oh, yes, of course. Yes. A pinwheel symbol. That's a way to put it, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, there you are, Sean. I'm sorry. There you are. Hey, good to see you.
I just got here, so you're good.
Oh, okay. Glad to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you. I got on real quick. I was taking a smoke break, just watching TV out there, waiting for my wife to get off.
So your cat, you're not setting it up for your cat to go in the window, huh?
Oh, no. I have it open because we smoke in our room a lot. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you wouldn't want it. You wouldn't want the cold air coming in there right now. So.
Right. Oh, it's open. It's just it's pretty cold. It's getting almost daytime.
Yep.
Like,
man, damn, your hair grows really fast, man.
Oh yeah.
Because you just shaved your head not long ago, and it's already coming in quite a bit.
Yeah,
but you do have that
do it again because, like I
said, you got that spot right back there. Yep. And mine is all thinned in this whole front area. If I look down, you can see the spot.
Yep. Further back.
Yeah. Mine, my balding pattern is more what you usually find with women. It's kind of weird.
Hey, yeah, I've been dealing with it longer than I think I've known. I don't think anybody just wanted to tell me. I remember going to get haircuts. I told them I'd want like a fade, and they're like, I think it was thinner back here than I ever realized.
Yeah.
You got you though. I am, I'll be 40 pretty soon. I'm not too old, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, I got one more year and I'll be 50, and it's just kind of surreal to think about,
Right.
You just don't think of yourself as getting that much older, and as you get older, time goes faster, because your memory of things. I mean, you've already acquired this much information, so when you get older, you see the patterns of things more. So the differences between everything becomes less as time goes on because you recognize more patterns. So I don't know. It's weird. oh my God, 2021 went by so quick. I mean, and there wasn't that much that went on, and that's part of why it did. But didn't it seem to go by like super quick to you too?
Oh yeah. I don't know if you know or not. I got 3 kids all in school, different grades. Like last year was crazy just because they had to do it from home most of the time, and nobody knew what was going on. The last 2 years, pretty much.
Oh man, so last year must have went by a little bit slower than it would for me, for someone like me, because you had all the issue with schooling going on. So, oh, Lisa, okay, welcome to the stream again. Hey, Lisa.
Hey.
What's up, Lisa? How long you been
Sean, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a couple days, dude.
Yeah, I kind of just backed off. I did like a music stream. I got my toilet and all the plumbing fixed.
Oh, well, at
yesterday
least
morning.
that's done.
So I was live during that, just waiting for them to get done.
It's so good to see both of you, actually.
It's
I
cool,
met
man.
you,
This is almost
through Sean.
surreal.
Right? Yeah, you can do the free thing, as just like I said, but you have that StreamYard thing, and then 6 people, 20 hours.
Yeah, I need to figure out the background thing. Like, instead of just having black, I want this image that I created, and I need to figure out how that works.
Over on the far right side of your screen, there will be tabs lined up.
Yeah,
there should be stuff for background. You can put your own label up. Like
was that
usually I have the
banners?
StreamYard duck.
Is that banners?
Oh, no, I think banners scroll at the bottom.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
You can do that too.
Brand? Maybe it's under brand.
Yeah, it might be.
Oh, it is. It's under brand. Okay. There we go. Background.
What's going on, chat people, by the way?
Hey, everybody.
Oh, there we go. That's one of them. Let me add another one in here.
Yeah, then depending on the layout and how you got everything, like.
Yeah.
And then you can put your own actual icon to it. It don't have to be the duck.
I did not meet Kazoom on Tiny Chat. I met Kazoom on YouTube. And he's an awesome, awesome dude. I love Kazoom.
Oh, right on.
It's a little nippy. Hang on.
Dude, right? It's like 42 degrees in Michigan right now. High winds. Shit's blowing over goddamn where.
Oh, right. We're like super close to each other, too.
I know. Sean and I are about 2 to 3 hours apart.
Oh, weather.
Kazoom! Listen, not only Kazoom's jacket is cool, he's fucking cool.
Oh, right on. Yeah, I got this jacket last year, and then I got worried about wearing it because I thought to myself, well, am I going to be a poser because I don't actually have I don't have a motorcycle, but I like the way it looks.
I love it.
Right? And then I said, you know what? If I wear something it's not a regular color with it, well, then it will be just more of a fashion accessory. I'm a gay guy, so okay, whatever. Just decided over the past couple days, let's wear this anyway. So
fuck them all.
No one's complained, so that's good.
Fuck them all. I love the purple with the black, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, right on.
The purple what?
The purple with the black.
Oh, all right. I'm an idiot.
No, you're not. But
the only purple I'm seeing,
Well, we're all idiots once in a while, right?
Oh yeah, there's. I'm gonna go ahead and call that
the coolness with none of
it.
The
might be hard
injuries.
to swallow for some people. Yeah, we've all been there.
Man, I probably shouldn't have another shot, but I'm having another shot.
Listen, I took another drink too. Vodka all the way. I'm slurring. I know it. 7 a.m. my time.
I'll probably grab some more water here shortly because this is all that's left in this water bottle. So
there it is.
Yep,
yeah, I didn't. I stayed off online. No alcohol, nothing last night. Just kind of hung out with the family.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Right? Yeah, I heard people were asking about me. like thinking something wrong. Like I was a little mad the day before, but I mean, I said what I had to say, and that was that. Other than that, I don't hold on to that crap.
Man,
Yeah,
it's so awesome to have both of you here. You have no idea how awesome I think this is to have both of you here.
Oh
I'm so
hell
glad.
no!
Yeah, it was
I
sweet. I
feel
seen you live,
privileged
like,
to
oh.
be here on your panel, dude.
Oh, right
Honestly.
on.
You're
Yes,
awesome.
yeah, I'm used to like seeing your videos or whatever the case. I've seen
I
your
know, I've
the
watched
little
so
red,
many of
red
them.
live label. I'm like, okay. Yeah, it's you can do this a lot of different ways. Like we do
But
panels and stuff. Like I've thought about doing like just certain like just topics certain nights, like podcast style almost. All kinds of ways to do it.
I actually met Kazoom through you, Sean. So
Oh yeah,
and
pretty much all you did. Like when it comes to our little group.
Yeah, you've introduced a lot of people to each other, man. It's
Yeah,
cool.
and
I
to
try
you
to stay
too, I
doing it.
feel like, and so I'm so honored to be here.
I'm a lot more picky than I used to be, just because I don't know. I ain't trying to talk bad about it. There's a lot of
No, yeah.
drama spread around.
You
You know what I'm
know.
saying? So I'm a little picky.
And I was at Bounties earlier and other stuff started popping off. Like usual. We had to
Yeah.
explain to Gazoom what was happening. 2-3 weeks ago, and it just isn't changing. It's ridiculous. It's just sad.
Like I said, I ain't even worried about it for real. Like
No, I'm not
Hey,
either.
people were
I'm
asking me yesterday.
I'll be
what
right back.
happened.
I'm going to grab. I'm gonna cheat and fill this with tap water. I'll be right back.
Hey,
All right. All
get
right,
a
hon.
little cheat refill, you know.
And Sean, it's so good to see you tonight. I
It's
know I
this-
commented a
this
couple
morning.
times on your videos, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
haven't
it's
been
all good.
around for a while,
Yeah, I was getting loud the other day, but I was doing it to myself, so it
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
like I was,
whatever.
you know.
You know what I'm saying? It's whatever.
I had
And-
some things to get off my chest. I did, and I got over it.
And what we have here is friends and just enjoying each other. Hell yeah, plausibility. Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
yeah.
I've drank too much vodka. I'm sorry.
See, I'm sober right now. I can do this drunk or sober.
Well,
Like,
dude, you can do a high, drunk, sober.
Yeah, it's all one and the same, quite
But
frankly.
your plumber took care of the bullshit.
Oh, it was a
Finally.
3-man, 8-hour job. It turned out to
Jesus
be.
criminy. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Wasn't cool. I was like
Eh.
7 hours in. I kept joking with people like, I want to use the bathroom and take a shower so bad.
That's
I mean, that was a
hilarious.
joke, but I was being dead serious. Man,
Welcome back, Kazoom.
just like that.
Hey, thanks. Hey, there's someone. There's Glenn here. Let's see Glenn here. He's on camera. Hey, Glenn, how's it going?
Hey, Glenn.
Good, thanks. Is this?
Yeah, that's a big
working?
thing. Make sure you at least see somebody, like you know who they are.
Okay, except for me because I don't have a camera on my main PC.
That's all right.
What's up, Glenn? My bad, I cut you
Hey,
off.
this thing is this is working, right? I have.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice
That's
to meet
working
you,
good.
Glenn.
You know, I do have a headset actually. Maybe I should.
No.
Would that
it's
be
good.
too?
Can you hear us?
Whatever.
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
hearing.
it's
I'm
fine.
not hearing any reverb or echo or anything. So I mean,
Exactly.
things
You
seem good
sound
so
good.
far. So
I don't usually use the embedded mic. I've been used to using my headset. I found a pretty good job during COVID, which is reading trivia for high schoolers, and apparently that pays better than you might think.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
wow. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So it's
Congrats
no,
to
I'm
you,
a really-
sir.
Sorry.
I said congrats to you.
Well, you find what you can, but
Right.
obviously I'm a big fan. I really, I mean, I think I'm sure you would imagine I'm sure you can guess where I found you from. You might be able to
yep.
take a shot in the dark, but
Hi, Rose. Nice to
You
meet you.
sorry, I'm probably just gonna ramble, but
Oh, that's all right.
yeah, no, it's been an interesting. I finally found the channel, and I was like, oh, this is pretty good.
Hey, just to anyone who's wondering, they were asking, will I still be doing JCS? Yes, I still have. There is I did a recording earlier today, so they gave me a script to read earlier today. So
That's awesome.
That's
I
still
love
going,
JCS.
Oh God.
So yeah, that's still going. I can't tell you the time frame on when that video will be released, but I can tell you that I have been recording. So
Right.
I've watched a lot of the JCS inspired videos too. Love
yeah, there's been tons of channels, man. I'm just amazed at how many channels have started as a result of JCS. That's just been cool.
I
Right.
know, it's awesome.
Well, time
Some of those
for another
stories are
shot.
crazy.
Let's see how drunk I can get, right?
Oh, Lord
Hey.
have mercy. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm making coffee, full disclosure, but I'm the guy that says cheers whether you're drinking or not. So,
Right?
Yep. You see, cheers for water. So,
Right?
Yeah.
I have cheers
and you're
lots
doing
of
cheers,
times to water.
and you're doing cheers for Pepsi. So,
There we go. That looks
You know,
more like
and
a
it-
Coke bottle, Glenn.
Yeah, I should have. I guess I could
Yeah,
have saved
that's
that.
not a blue lid for Pepsi.
in a
I
discussion
haven't
I
had
was
Pepsi in
having,
years. I don't think.
in a discussion I was having earlier on another like hangout type of thing, like was it on Tiny Chat or was it Stumble Chat or whatever, man. People were talking about Nitro Pepsi, and instead of using regular carbonated water, they're using nitrogen
Oh.
to carbonate it, so it doesn't have the acidic effect on it.
Oh.
And I was wondering, have any of you tried this product yet? I'm really curious about it. If it wouldn't have, if 7-Eleven down the street would have had it, I would have gotten some and would have probably done a video review of it. You know, just say, hey, this is pretty good. But because the acidic element is the main thing that makes me not like soda most of the time. But it's supposed to be like Guinness beer. You know, Guinness beer. How they have this little, there's this little ball in there. And that ball releases some nitrogen, supposedly, and supposedly this Nitro Pepsi is supposed to be the same concept as Guinness beer. So I don't know.
Yeah, I never even heard of the Nitro Pepsi. I'll
No,
check it
me
out,
neither.
I'm going to totally check it out as soon as I can, actually, because I don't know. It's kind of
We stay stacked up on Pepsi.
Well, this might be me showing my ass a bit, but I wasn't aware that it was the carbonation that. I don't know. I thought there was some intrinsically. So you're telling me that like seltzer has a higher or a lower pH in this case?
No, seltzer, I believe, still uses the same type of carbonation as most other things. So,
so it's
Guinness is one of the
carbonation
only
gives it the acidity.
Yeah, because I believe in general it is considered a form of acid that creates the carbonation to begin with. So,
I think somebody inside chat said they had it.
So when they use
it's really good.
When they use nitrogen, it doesn't seem nearly as harsh. It's still carbonated, but it's not as harsh. So I'm very curious about that.
Yeah, it's something I definitely check out just to try it. Yeah, we stay stacked up on mainly Pepsi. A lot of Pepsi, a lot of beer, a lot of coffee, a lot of lemonade, stuff like that.
Now, Turnan said, my man, it's really good, and I don't know whether that's referring to the Nitro Pepsi or whether it's referring to something else. Oh, yeah, it's really good.
I don't
Now
prefer
it's
Pepsi,
very vanilla
so.
and gives this huge head until it settles down. Okay, yeah, I've really got to check it out now. I'll probably check out the vanilla one, too.
Right?
I prefer Coke over Pepsi, so.
Yeah, I used to, but
Coke has more of a caramel flavor to it, and yet it's not as sweet. So that's weird.
You know,
But that's the difference between Pepsi and Coke to me. Coke is more caramelly but less sweet.
Okay, so if you think about Pepsi in the can, 12-ounce can, tastes kind of tinny.
Yeah.
Coke is just pure goodness. Sorry.
I like them both.
That's fair. That's fair. I like both of them, and I understand the flavor profile for both, but
Yeah,
that's
agreed.
what I mean by Coke has more of a caramel feel, and yet it's not as sweet. So yeah.
I do agree.
I again, like I said, I really can't. No, I'm sure I've had Pepsi at least once. No, there's no way I've gone my whole life without. All I know is I've never had it like on a regular. I'm sure I've had to have it at least once as a substitute, but I couldn't tell you what.
I like them both for real. I drank a lot more Coke when I was younger, just because my dad was obsessed. The last like couple decades, we've been doing Pepsi pretty much.
Tarnan Sava says he's already already baked and have to go to work in 30 minutes. I'm like, wake and bake. I've heard of it.
There you go.
All right.
I don't smoke. I smoke cigarettes. I drink alcohol.
Yeah, I just mainly dab. I
I
now
don't
anymore.
dab.
I did smoke. I
Sorry,
did smoke
Tarnan.
weed. I used to smoke weed. Oh, okay, cool, good to know.
Sorry. Thank you.
I used to smoke weed, but once I found the advantages of dabbing, I was like, you know what? I'm going to invest in this machine. I have to put it on my Visa, but
Right.
I don't cough all the time like I did when I was regularly smoking, weed. And this doing dab, the main thing about this is I can dab without having to use a blowtorch. Most people, you see their dabbing machine, they use blowtorch. I'm not going to use a blowtorch in the house. That's crazy.
Yeah, you sit there and just hold it to it, let it get piping
Yeah,
hot.
I could just picture something happening in the blow type. I fumble, the blowtorch drops. Hey, there's a fire in the house. Hey, that's great. No, I'll avoid that, right?
Yeah, that kind of dab.
I have to tell you, guys, I've smoked weed and not all this fancy shit because it was 30 plus years ago. I got pregnant with 2 daughters being high, and then after they were born, I got high twice. I know, I'm like so vanilla. And I haven't done it
smoke
since.
like probably a couple thousand times.
Hey, Martin.
Hey,
Hello,
welcome back,
everybody.
Martin.
Thank
Nice
you
to meet you,
for
Martin.
having me. Nice to meet you, Lisa. It's a pleasure.
I don't even know if I could do. Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. Feed age VA. Damn it. Never mind. Well, one day. Well, actually, maybe not because it might kill me with the drugs I'm on. I have to check on that. I need to go back to my neurologist.
The crazy thing is my kids, my sons, they're 30 years old this August. They know all the terminology. Dabs, whatever. I don't know it.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I didn't actually. Could you clarify what exactly that is again?
Dabs is a highly processed they take weed, they take marijuana,
Okay.
and they take the THC and they process it in such a way that it becomes something that almost looks like a wax.
Whoa.
And then you can take that wax and heat it up to a particular temperature, and it will turn into a vapor, and you breathe in that vapor, and it works much more effectively and efficiently than smoking weed regularly. So, and if you're like, I can do dabs inside and not have to worry about opening any windows. It doesn't make the place stink. It's not actual smoke. So it's it ends up being a lot. It's a cleaner high. It doesn't stink. So I don't know. And it's also very, it's much more extreme than than what you normally get out of weed. So out of regular, actual flower.
Huh.
Well, the first couple times I did the dab with the blowtorch, it smacked me harder than I've ever.
Oh Lord.
I couldn't
Oh
stop.
my
coming
damn.
from
Y'all are
In
freaking
the
me out.
end, too,
It was crazy.
the advantage to dabbing is, I mean, I can get one of these things. I can get a what is it? Well, I can get one of these for $8. That would normally be the equivalent of spending 40 on weed. So, I mean, it's just much more efficient. You have to spend more initially to get the unit, but once you do, you have to spend. You don't have to spend much to get high. So,
Oh my damn! I don't know any. I just trust the vodka.
yep. In fact, I might. Oh man, I shouldn't have more, but I'm gonna have one more shot.
Uh-oh.
I love you, Kazoom. And I'm not allowed to say that when my husband's awake.
Well, no worries. I'm gay, so that's not an issue anyway. So,
Well, but I love Sean too, and he's married with 3 kids, so he knows that. But
I was trying to show Jamie, like, man, Kazoom live. She's like, I ain't doing nothing with no camera right now. She just got home.
Tarnan says it's a different high, though. You know what? It is a slightly different high. I prefer the high off of this primarily because it doesn't give me the paranoids that I get from the regular weed. I mean, even if I get sativa versus indica, I don't get the paranoids from doing it through this. So I don't know. Maybe there's.
I don't even know what you just said. It was like blah 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 blah.
Paranoids?
I don't even know if I get
Do you ever get?
Versus what?
Do you ever get? Oh, there's 2 primary types of weed. There's indica and there's sativa. Sativa gives you more of a head high. Indica gives you more of a body high. And I prefer the body high because it tends to make me more mellow. And the mind high can make me paranoid, and I don't like being paranoid. So
yeah, no, I already have issues with, anxiety, depression. So if you're going for the body high, that's more of a relaxation if you have pain and stuff.
I eat it, I smoke it, I vape it. I love it.
I'm asking, I don't know.
What was that?
I can't even remember if I
The body high, is that more of a pain reliever?
It's more of a pain reliever, and it's also very mellow. It mellows you out, just totally mellows you out, and that's what I'm looking for in weed.
Right,
Hey,
relaxing.
I love
Relaxing.
Well,
same with alcohol. It's why alcohol works with me pretty good. It would be very easy for me to become a total full-blown alcoholic. I have to be very, very careful.
Oh,
Right.
me too, because I'm very shit. Never mind.
Yeah, that's my trick. Like I will.
I have an addictive personality.
Yep,
Gambling, smoking, drinking.
Yeah, these.
Yep.
They got me.
Have to be
Not
very
involved,
careful.
I used to think until a few years ago, I thought addictive personality was like.
I kept that on.
I didn't know it was a medical thing. I thought addictive personality meant like
some long thing,
like a good thing, like you make other people want to be around you. Like I literally thought it was just like that.
I did too, man. I thought the same thing, and then I realized. Once I realized, like, shit, no, that's totally wrong.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Like I
totally.
learned at a fairly young age. If I went to a county fair and had that stupid quarter push machine, and you roll the quarters down, and you're trying to get all the quarters towards you, push towards you, and stuff. I would play $40-$50. I might get $20-$30 back. And I'm 9 months pregnant and going into labor, and I'm still doing this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
In my case, I'm a full-blown addict. I have been sober now for 7 months, and
There you go.
it's
Congrats.
quite interesting. Thanks.
Congratulations.
I
So sober,
really
you mean non-alcoholic?
non anything, because in my case I started smoking a whole bunch of weed real young when I was 14, and from that point on, when I decided I will quit smoking weed, then I started drinking alcohol as a Cossack, so non-stop drinking
Yep,
alcohol.
I
And when
hear
I
that.
tried to quit alcohol, then I started to blow a whole bunch of
Y'all
cocaine.
want to get something
And
else, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Addictive personality. I hear
I
you,
just took
dude.
another thing and blow my addiction to this other thing. And then in my
Yep.
mind, I was like, yeah, but at least you don't smoke marijuana anymore, right? You just
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know
blow
what?
2 or 3
Food,
grams of coke a week. So
It can go.
Or you
Yeah,
can get
food,
it can go in
addicted.
food, anything.
drugs,
Yeah.
yeah,
drinks. It's all
it really is
addictive
the same, in my
personality.
There's people
opinion.
real life addicted to what we're doing right now. Like I'm talking like
Yeah,
real life.
Yeah.
Just doing some
Congrats.
shit.
Congrats on being clean for that long, man. Seriously.
Right.
thanks,
Yeah,
Kizum.
totally.
Thanks.
I totally congrats you.
Keep at it.
From my point of view, it's one addiction, and you can just feed it with many different things. It doesn't have to be drugs, right? It can be online shopping, it can be shopping, it can be eating,
Anything,
it
right?
can be a lot of things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So for
I
me,
totally agree
drugs,
with you, Martin.
thanks. It's not the main issue. The main issue is, what do you do with this addictive personality you got, and how do
Right.
you learn
Right.
to live with it, because it's something for your whole life, right? So I'm becoming more and more used that some part of my brain is always wanting one thing or another, right? So I
Right.
just ignore it.
It's
I
true.
ignore it, and I put myself in a safe space. So, for example, I don't go anymore barbecuing with my friends, because I know it's not about the meat; it's about all the other things that are in the
Right,
barbecue.
mango and cheers.
Right. And I've also noticed as I've gotten older through my youth and middle age and towards my older age
I was like,
that I don't finish anything. I get a an urge and I'm super interested in it, but I don't finish it. And it could be food, it could be knitting, it could be cooking, it could be, whatever kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I'm sorry. Any kind of urge I get, whether it's knitting, crocheting, learning the guitar, whatever. I've never actually completed it. The newness is what drives me towards it, and then I get bored and I don't finish it.
Tarnan said, "Are you?"
Yeah,
me?
that happens. That happens to me a lot too, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I can relate to that 100%. I mean, I have keyboard here because I wanted to learn to play a little bit of music, and it's sitting here, and now my interests are completely different, right? But it's enjoyable as well. You don't always have to finish something to enjoy it. So
Right.
as long
I
as
That's
agree.
you
true.
enjoy
Very
I do
true.
agree with
knitting,
that.
you
Right, get a
don't
quick
want to
fix
become
this
the
day.
very best at anything.
And yes, turn Sava. I go down rabbit holes all the time.
Oh my goodness, me too.
Oh,
Easy to do.
crazy. And then I do eventually get bored and move forward. Move on. Anyway, y'all, thank you so much, Kazoom, for having me.
Oh, gladly. I'm so glad you came
Sean,
by.
love you. You know that.
Thanks,
Glenn and
Lisa.
Martin, so happy to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you, Lisa.
It was a pleasure.
And everybody in chat was so nice to meet everybody. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great weekend, and I'll
Thanks.
see you guys eventually.
All right. I'll
Yes,
see you.
sir.
I'll see you soon.
All right. Take care.
You too.
Will do.
I was just gonna say I think the only rabbit holes I go down are in conversation, which is why I was kind of nervous about joining this because I don't know. I just can't seem to organize I don't know. I really should at this point. I mean, I'm in my early 20s now, and I still feel like I don't feel any more organized than when I was in high school. So I don't know.
Well, it'll happen, man. You'll get it.
Yeah, I don't know. Not to. I don't want. I'm not gonna be the guy who like asks all these questions, but like on politics, just for a second. You're a fan of Kyle? He was like your main guy?
Kyle Kulinski?
Yeah.
I am a fan of his, but I don't necessarily agree with everything he says. But like, I definitely am a fan.
Like he's your primary sort of go-to commentary.
I don't know about primary. I don't have any primary, but
I just it's funny because I followed him for a long time, and it's like I don't know. I've been looking at some of your videos, and I think you kind of had a similar arc to me, like in terms of like I don't know, because I got so cynical, and I feel like it's probably like early for me to be cynical like in my life, but like I don't know. It's just I don't know. Every year, it gets harder to. I feel like it's early to be feeling this way. Like I want to at least try and, for a few more years, I want to hold on to that optimism,
Yeah. I just feel that Kyle doesn't go after woke ideology enough. He just doesn't. He doesn't attack it enough. He feels that it's not it doesn't feel that it's a particular threat. And so that's the only element that I disagree with Kyle on, really. Everything else, I mean, Kyle is actually on the left. Kyle actually believes that we should tackle class issues, that we should be trying to help the poor, that we should be trying to help the disadvantaged. He's not all about the whole. I don't know, the woke ideology thing. As what I mean by that is I'm talking about where people will focus on like gender, sexual orientation, their race, as if those things are actual classes, and it's just like, no, those aren't classes.
Yeah, the impulse
and
stuff.
So,
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Or sorry, I at least sorry, I'm shortening everything.
That's why I brought up biology versus society stuff the other day.
Yeah, there's that too, man. It's just weird, man.
Exactly why I brought
so
it up.
Weird.
Well, I think sorry.
You're good. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think the main. It seems like the big dividing thing is like, and I saw this. It was articulated very well. I think there's people who will be like, I'm sick of the Udpol stuff, and there's two people. When people say that, they mean one of two things, and I know what you mean. You're not like you mean like you're on board with like progressive causes, but you don't. But the way that it's being advocated for is not exactly like optically, great. But then there's I think there's like this. I can understand the concern from some people because like some people will say that, and I know what you mean by it. But I think, and then sometimes other people will say it, but what they mean is like I'm against. Like the entire progressive, like it's ambiguous, I guess, when you say, because I think everyone here would define woke as like when you're really obnoxious about stuff and when you're really like, kind of not open to letting people sort of take things at their own pace. But then I think sometimes people will say it, and when they say they're opposed to woke ideology, it just means they don't like gay people. Like I feel like you gotta, that's the only thing. It's like
it's really hard to figure out the difference between what do people really mean when they say that. Yeah.
Right. So I mean, I guess my only criticism would be like it's sort of a vague, like I guess it's not a criticism. It's like I don't know. Because I've gotten into I don't even know why I went back to Twitter. I got banned on Twitter when I was like 14, and I managed to like somehow. After all this time, get the account back, and I'm just like, why did I do this? It's probably
I deleted mine a couple months ago, at least a month and a half, maybe. It was a while ago.
Yeah, you deleted your account. You deleted all your social media accounts, didn't you?
All of it, everything except YouTube and my playing TikTok. No TikTok, no Facebook, no messengers, no blah blah blah. I got a phone, my YouTube, and obviously PlayStation. Nintendo, if you're into that. I got those accounts still.
Wait,
I-
I'm
Do you
sorry,
have
it's just
Steam?
the same,
Do
Shepard.
you have Steam?
Ooh.
I don't play on it ever. I don't really. I pretty much strictly game on the PS5 anymore.
Well, that's what I meant by Steam is gaming. So, but
No, yeah,
PS5. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we got the PS4, PS5. I got stuff I could play, but we don't have no like real nice computer or none. So
Can I just ask? Are these so the comment? I'm so sorry. Just real quick. Is the comments? Is this a separate thing from the YouTube chat, or is this being? Or is
private chat is separate. Actual comments are the actual.
No, but the
YouTube.
comment section of this site. Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. Private chat. I didn't get to that yet. Oh,
Yeah, they're two
you
different.
guys mind if I
This is
join
just
again?
for us.
That's me. That's me.
Oh, yes, that's fine. And you're already joined. So okay,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I'm already in.
I'm still getting used to everything about this interface. So
Right.
I haven't used it.
Yeah, once you pick it up.
in the past, but it seems.
I
good.
have a
But,
great set of
underline
lungs. KIU Aka Christine has said, I have a great set of lungs. Well,
Hey,
okay, I don't know whether that's referring to what I was doing here or whether that's my voiceovers, but thanks.
could be both, you know.
Oh, thanks, Friday guy. You know, I think I remember why. I think I called Neera Tandon a bitch or something. Yeah, I've been a consistent. You know, I've been woke in a good way for years now. But actually, wait, that would have been.
Love you.
Oh man.
Oh wait, what is it a bad way? Sorry.
No. Yeah, but yeah, good times.
On the line, what she was saying, I did just the same. I erased my Instagram, my Facebook, everything, the social media, because it was making me really depressed at the end of the day, because I got the feeling that if I went hiking, which I really love, I enjoy nature, I enjoy going out with my dog. If I didn't took a picture at the summit and then post it on Instagram, it didn't feel real. It was like you didn't went hiking if you don't share it on social media afterwards. And then I was just looking how many people would like my post or share my opinion or retweet my tweet. And I felt at the end of the day really enslaved by all of it. And some time ago, I just decided, okay, let's just erase my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter, everything. And I have to say, I think I'm much happier now without all of this input.
You know, it's interesting that I think about when I go on I make a number of nature walk videos and I have this steady cam to make it look nice and all that. I sometimes think to myself when I'm doing them, or I think to myself, hey, I want to be around nature. I automatically think to myself, oh, how can I share this with others, instead of just thinking to myself, hey, how can I just enjoy this by myself? What's wrong with enjoying this by myself? It's weird. Yeah. It's weird. I don't know why I have this tendency to just want a response to everything that I do. It's weird. And I appreciate you bringing that up, Martin.
Yeah, I can feel just the same. You know, it was always this feeling. Am I doing this for me, or am I doing this for other people to see me?
You're good, Jesse. I was just being sarcastic.
Yeah. It's a rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole. I think the truth is somewhere in between. So I still go on hikes. I still go and I still make a picture in the summit, but then I just show it to my friends when I see them. Yeah? And I'm not in this constant need to share everything online and to give this false perception that life is great and I'm always having a good time. And because that's what Instagram is, right? It's not a place for sad people. Nobody is sad on Instagram. Everybody has an amazing life, and that's just not true. And
I'm thankful I never got into Instagram as much as so many others. I think I post on Instagram maybe once every 5 months. it's
Yeah,
it's like hardly at all. So, but Facebook, I don't know. Facebook, I think I go on Facebook mainly. I'll go on every other day to check on people's birthdays and give them a birthday greeting or whatever like that. But otherwise, I hardly spend any time on Facebook either, because I can't. On Facebook, I can hardly have any sort. I worry about any conversation that I have with anyone. If they disagree with me, they'll just unfriend me. That's what I worry about all the time on Facebook. So I just hardly go on the platform because I'm worried that even people that I've known for 20 years will unfriend me because they don't like my opinion on something.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna go make some coffee.
Okay. Yeah, and I apologize. I need to use the lavatory again, so I'll be right back.
There you go.
All right. Yeah. So you're on Twitter again, Glenn?
Yes, I am.
How is the experience going so far?
No, I don't take it seriously at this point. I just shit on anyone who even I don't care. It's not a good platform for actually having a decent conversation. I made a there was this thing about how oh god, what was it? What was the latest thing that see, not I really at this point it's just entertainment, you know. I only joined Facebook for the groups. I don't even know I'm still on Snapchat. I don't really use that anymore. I really don't use much of anything. I use Discord mostly because you can just like jump between conversations. And it's anonymous, so you don't have to worry about, you know, if you're going to be whatever. Like, you can just argue about whatever. I mean, that's pretty much, yeah. And then, no, it's really, at this point, it's just, if I know someone, I'll just text them or something. What was it? There's something about, I don't know. How about something about how, I really don't know, but yeah. And I never really even got into Instagram, so I
think it may be more an European thing that with Instagram. I remember I joined Facebook right when they founded it and they published it, and from there we just at some point everybody migrated to Instagram because it just more visual impact. It's just images, the comments and opinions of people are not as visible as, for example, Twitter. My main problem with Twitter is it only have a space for headlines. Yeah? So you would only have this small amount of characters to voice out your opinion, and then you just try to make it as impactful as possible. So it's just at the end of the day for me a place full of angry people, hate, and
Right there.
it just gets to me.
Yeah, what was this? Well, I don't even know what was. It was such a long thread. I don't even remember what the beginning of it was. This is just as an example. Oh god, oh my god, up and up and up and up and up. Sorry, what is this? What's the connection between you all? Oh, does this guy not know he can join? Oh.
Oh yeah, he's got a link pin. If anybody wanted to come up, but
yeah, no, we have no connection. I mean, well, we didn't, but you know, of course, we're all brethren now.
I introduced Kazoom to a bunch of my friends like a month or two ago, maybe. Other than that,
here, right. This is just. Can I ask you guys real quick? Okay,
anybody can show up to this stuff.
I'm just gonna ask you guys real quick, just as a quick, you know, microcosm from Twitter. What would you define? How would you define an African American, Kazoom? Like, what would you say like is the necessary just to be considered an African American?
Wow, that's rough. I African American or African?
African American.
Wow, that's a rough one.
Be careful because the Twitter people will not be pleased if you
Twitter people can kiss my ass, but other than that,
Well, I mean, I would just consider it someone that has roots, has genetic roots in Africa, but they've been in America for at least a generation.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, and maybe that's actually closer to what I don't know. To me, it's like I realize it's not really used like any other, because like an African American, I would consider obviously like someone who's been living like as a descendant of slaves who's been here for several generations. I would consider them African American, but technically, I would also consider like a Nigerian immigrant an African American, technically, just by the literal meaning of the word, which maybe is too, literal, but I don't know. That was basically the subject of an entire, and apparently that's.
I mean, maybe I shouldn't say for at least a generation. Maybe I should just say someone. I mean, even if they're the same generation that has been here.
Well,
they as long as they consider themselves an American, then they're an
How
American.
about this? What would you consider a first generation Italian immigrant? Would you call them Italian American, or would you say they're more like what? How would you classify them?
what's going on, Mr.
Well,
Martin?
I would either consider them American or Italian American. So
Okay, no, and the only reason again is because that was like somehow was worthy of an entire. Apparently, calling like African immigrants African Americans is disrespectful to actual African Americans, and I guess what they meant by that is like those who've been there since slavery, which I don't know. Which I mean, I can understand.
Yeah, I've never heard that argument, and perhaps maybe I'm very ignorant for not hearing that argument before. But that's interesting.
Yeah, and again, my way of my I wasn't gonna like discard this person's argument because like I think it's dumb, and therefore it was more the way it was argued, and that if that hadn't already occurred to you, then you must have something wrong with you. Which I don't know. I'm just the kind of person who
Heaven
pretty
forbid
much goes by literal like semantic. I don't know. So I don't know. Those are the kind of arguments, and I'm asking this like from a progressive perspective. Like I consider myself a progressive, and these people are like I don't know. It's. I don't know. Maybe I just have a conservative way of framing questions. I don't know what it is, but
people have accused me of that before too. So
I'm sure if it's on Twitter, it's going any direction you could think of.
What's really sad is that so many people have anything that's remotely conservative. Some people associate with bad or evil. And I think that's very unfortunate because there's a number of people like for instance people who support gay rights. There's a number of Republicans who are fully in support of gay marriage, but the I don't know the liberal consensus would have you believe completely otherwise. That all conservatives want to eliminate gay rights, and it's just weird.
I mean,
Yeah, put my umbrella over anything is
that
weird
particular
anymore, I feel
line,
like.
but I'm sure some people think that. I don't think it's that bad, but I don't know. I haven't maybe quite seen the extent of it. That I don't know. I don't know, but it is interesting. Although to be fair, it is true that there does seem to be more of an initiative on the Republican side than I was expecting for a possible like review of oh God, what was the Obergefell? Yeah, that's it. I'm not saying that has mainstream support in the Republican lawmaking, like Republican politicians, but it is more present than I thought. I was like, I thought we were, this was settled law, but we also thought Roe was settled, and we're seeing how that's going right now. But
Yeah.
And that was a lot longer ago. So, I wouldn't be that surprised if they did maybe turn their eye to more recent cases. But, again, I'm not going to assume that everyone is, I'm not going to put everyone in a box, but, it's whatever.
Ben, you put abortion in the picture, and I think about how there are people on the right want there to be reasonable restrictions on abortion, and the left is like has this mindset that if you put any restrictions on abortion, they'll take it and it'll be a slippery slope and they'll just make it illegal altogether.
Well,
and how do you balance that out?
I mean, I feel like you might be being a bit more charitable than I would be to the right perspective, but I understand I understand the charitability, but I mean, I don't know. Again, I think those people exist, but I don't know. I mean, I can't think of anyone. Well, there was that thing with Northam, which was my state, so I should probably remember it better. Oh God, the whole.
It's a long life with a shit ton of different kind of people in it.
Yeah.
But
for real,
I can understand what Kazum says. I mean, where is the common sense, right? Where is the middle ground? If we're just dealing with hooligans and
common sense,
yeah, sorry.
Well, what's so common about common sense, right? It's a strange phrase, isn't it?
Fucking phenomenon almost.
Well, what were you saying, Martin, though?
Well, that I have the feeling that we as a society as a whole, we get so polarized and we are just rooting like hooligans for some people on the right or some people on the left, that we just get more and more and more in our echo chambers with people that just think like us and have the same opinions as us. Then when we meet people from the other spectrum, from the other side, we aren't able to understand them anymore. And I have a feeling that you can be then leaning more to the right or to the left. But what about everything that happens in the middle? Because I feel that as time goes on, it just gets lesser and lesser and non-existent at the end. And we are just like hooligans at the soccer match, rooting for our team to win over the other team, and that's it.
Right? That's what people act like.
People want to pretend that the middle doesn't even exist, and people want to pretend that people who are in the middle are somehow just against humanity in general. I've met people who think that if you're in the middle, you're one of the worst kind of people imaginable. And it's just like, what?
Do they bring out that
how do you reason with people who think that?
They're probably I bet did they like invoke that Martin Luther King was it Martin Luther King? The seventh circle of hell is for the undecided, or I might be completely. No, do they don't mention that quote? Okay, sorry.
I haven't mentioned that quote, but that's all right. But they they push the concept that you seem to be promoting. This concept that you seem to be talking about.
Yeah. Sorry. It was a quote, and I think it does apply in some cases, but I think it might be overused. Oh God, I think it was King. Like the lowest, the fieriest circle of hell is reserved for the people who didn't, for the neutral or something. I don't know. It's something like that. It might have not been King, but I hear that a lot, and I'm like, well,
yeah, but I think that being in the middle doesn't mean that you are neutral.
No,
it just means for me, of course, that life isn't white or black, right? So that life is normally a whole bunch in between, or left and right, or up and down. So we are trying to oversimplify everything. So if I am for abortions, and I think that abortions should be legalized, you should be also able to say that there should be some kind of regulations. And that's
Yes.
what makes people explode
Definitely.
today. No, if you're for abortion, then you're for abortion until the day you will have the baby, until the day prior to that. So, and that's it. That's just outrageous for me. So,
Yeah,
just,
it's weird. It's so weird. And it just seems some people seem to have this notion that you're a terrible person unless you think that someone should be able to have almost a partial birth abortion. I don't know. It's strange to me. Yes,
I mean,
you bring up bring up good points there.
I mean, well, in fairness, I mean the idea of it there being like a sliding scale of regulation has basically been the status quo for 40 something years. So, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily under. I guess all I'm trying to say is I think it's more under threat from the, anti-abortion side than it is from the. And I'm not trying to like whatever, like. I guess I'm not. I think we all basically agree, but I feel like maybe the framing is more like I think like the institutional threat is more. I feel like coming from the other side, even though it is true that there's some wacky people. And by the way, if you're curious, I did find the actual quote. Just I know this is kind of like whatever. It's from Martin Luther King. I agree with Dante. I'm assuming that's Dante's Inferno. The hottest places in hell are reserved for those who, in a period of moral crisis, maintain their neutrality. That's the quote I was thinking of.
Okay.
But no, I think I just don't want to like, again, I know we all agree and blah, blah, blah. I just don't want to like misassess or misplace like the threat. And I just feel like, because I feel like I kind of felt this way more before. And then I kind of was like, I don't want to get so much caught up in like what people who don't really have the power to affect things as much are saying, because yes, they're crazy. It's kind of the same thing with like, if there's any libertarians in the chat, I apologize in advance, but like I don't feel threatened by libertarians. I think, if they actually had enough power to like, have a majority and then we like actually like abolish taxes and like, completely tear down the, the state apparatus, then, I might feel more threatened by them, but I don't know if it's worth like using up as much resources, like, refuting them when so maybe I'm making the same mistake as Kyle. Maybe I'm underestimating the threat of particular things. But I guess at least at this point, things could change in the future. But I feel like right now, the power, whatever you want to say it, is really, I think there's more threat of abortion becoming more restricted than there is of it becoming too unrestricted, I guess is all I'm trying to say. Oh, and I'm sorry, I'll let you guys, one more thing, just to be clear, I think there is a difference. Yeah, in terms of being in the center, I kind of like to say there's a difference between centrists and moderates, because I feel like centrists kind of like they'll straddle the fence, and it's more like I don't want to commit to a particular thing. And I think being a moderate is different, where it's like, no, I am committed to these positions. They just happen to be sort of the happy middle ground, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, one of the problems with when some people take a middle position on some things, it's as if, like okay, climate change. Some people will take the claim that, oh, well, that's not really happening, or they'll take the claim that, oh, humans don't really have any effect on that. Versus the people who look at the science and say, hey, yeah, we do have an effect on that. And It's just like, if you take a middle position on that, is that realistic, or is that just uninformed? So I understand when people say that taking the middle position is I don't give a fuck, and there are people who do have that position of I don't give a fuck about everything. So I understand that someone's argument when they say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they
there's
say
a lot of them out there. Or
radical centrism. Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Oh, I was going to say, but then there's also the radical centrism where you take some stuff from the one side and you sort of put it together. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I still have this kind of this
I
feeling.
think
I don't know.
for example, in my case, now that we are speaking about climate change, so I realize it's an issue. So I take steps in my daily routine to fight against it. So I recycle my garbage and I don't throw glass bottles into the sea, right? So I try to avoid using the car for an excessive amount. And that's what I will do. And what I won't do is spending my days worrying that the world might end and making this anxiety that if we don't change everybody from now until 2030, then we are all going to die in a living hell. So I just don't make this attack my personality. So I just have to cut things so they don't get to me as bad, because people are having this eco anxiety. They are terrified about climate change, and they will live in fear because, well, the planet is heating, and in some years the sea level will rise and we will all drown. So
Yeah.
in my case, it's okay. I'm taking steps that I can, and for the things that I cannot change, I will worry about them as less as possible. I think this could be egoistic from my end, but I have to limit it, because if not, I'm just living in fear and in pain, and I'm having depressions and anxiety, right? So that's my standing in all of this. I do what is possible. I change what is possible, and the other things that I don't think are possible, I don't worry about them as much, because
that seems very reasonable.
Yeah.
Right. Almost prioritizing the problems, you know.
Yeah.
I say it all the time too. Like almost everything, there's a lot of cycles to everybody's life, to the whole show. I feel like, and like I think people forget that too sometimes. Today's problem might not be next month's problem. Ain't gonna be. Yeah, it's always. You know what I'm saying? And then things where you gotta get back to stuff eventually too. After you're on them, bitch. Man, oh man. This world's a shit show. I feel like people anymore. I don't even feel like anymore. It's always been like that. I just wasn't old enough to get it back then, or I wasn't.
I have to comment on KIU Aka, aka Christine, mentioned anti-abortion people are often pro-death penalty, and I think that's very true, and it's so strange. How do those people deal with the what is the word?
Cognitive dissonance.
Cognitive dissonance. Yes, that's exactly the word I was trying to find. The phrase I was trying to find. Yes. How do they deal with that when looking at that? Yes. How can you be anti-abortion and be pro-death penalty? That's strange.
I mean, I guess I do have that just in the opposite direction. So I guess maybe I'm not any better. You know, I mean, but to be fair, I'm not, you know, anti-death penalty because like I think murderers, you know, like don't deserve to die. I'm anti-death penalty because of the study that says that 4% of the time the people we execute are innocent. So, which I think is probably the best argument against the death penalty.
Yeah.
But, you know,
that has happened plenty too.
That's my main concern about the death penalty.
Well, I mean, we need I have a certain amount of antinatalism in my mindset. You know, I think that it would be best if we were to create as few new humans as possible. But I also have to look at the mindset that
I'm a fixed
the
man.
people that want to create the most children are often the ones that probably shouldn't create children at all. So we probably shouldn't push this antinatalism mindset because look what we're competing with.
Yeah,
you
people
know,
who are most likely to listen to it are,
Not a bunch of rebels out there all of a sudden.
Oh God, yeah, that is true. I did want to just circle back really quick. I'm sorry, this won't take too long, but because Kazum, you mentioned about not wanting to say anything that might be a bit controversial to your Facebook friends, and to me, I thought it was funny because I'm like, if I'm on Facebook, I'm like, if I have a friend that would leave me over that, then like I don't want that friend. So for me, I'd rather just as a litmus test, I would feel uninhibited because I'm like, you know what, unfriend me, and then whoever's left, those were the real friends. But maybe that's too destructive. I don't know.
No,
You know what?
It's pretty.
I have.
Sorry.
I have like what is it, 1,300 or is it 1,500 Facebook friends, and I should not be as worried about that. In the past, I've been just like, oh, as many friends as I can possibly get. Oh, that's great. But now I'm just like, I'm almost 50, and I'm just like, yeah, but if so many of those friends wouldn't be my friends if they knew how I really thought, then are they really my friends?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I think I can understand there's a lot of. Sorry.
I can't remember the last time I used Facebook like that.
In my case, I admire people that can say, I don't care what people think about me. But if I'm being honest, it just doesn't apply to me. I do know what people think about me, right? So, and that's why I think also worries about that, because it's like, in my case, I just can speak from my perspective, but I think it's related to self-esteem. So I need outside reassurance for my daily life to just feel better. And I don't have the strong personalities sometimes that takes to say, this is my stand, and if you don't agree, then just fuck off. I think it's just personality traits. I think the healthy thing to do is what you just said, Glenn. But I also think that for many people, it's just not that easy.
And maybe it's not an option.
I mean, I see that a lot. Like, I don't give a fuck what a lot of people think. I really do mean a lot. Not everybody. Like, there's a lot of people in my life that I value their opinion fully. But then there's people that you just know after a while. Like,
and Kazum, I will say you do have the, I guess, luxury in a sense of, and maybe I'm over. You have the privilege, like you have. Well, you're not completely you're a contracted. I'm not sure what exactly the term is. Your work is more like free flow. You don't have to worry about necessarily as much. If someone screenshots, like I can imagine maybe the average person, like if they're like a payroll employee, maybe something they say on Facebook I can understand them being like, in terms of like maybe work, and they're like, oh, what if I get let go because someone complained about, like, that is definitely a legitimate.
I'm nobody and people record me. You know what I'm saying?
Like that, I could see
Literally.
Definitely a legit, reason to maybe, yeah.
Homeboy.
No, I do still have that worry. So,
right. I mean, I guess you could lose. Well, I guess there could be someone who would offer you a gig. I guess that could still apply. But I mean, it seems like most of your positions are kind of out there anyway. So I don't know. But
all right, guys, I will have to leave. Going to
no problem.
My dog, and it was an amazing time. Thank you very much for having me here. I wish you an amazing stream, and hopefully I'll catch you live some other day.
That'd be great.
It was a
and
pleasure.
Martin, I've got to ask, what is that? That painting behind you is a trip. What is that?
Right, I've been looking at it.
Well, this painting is a painting my father painted. He is German, nice. And he was living in the Soviet part of Germany. So when the wall fell, he drew this painting, and it's the coalition from the people from the east and from the west side staring at each other without the Berlin Wall in between.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's great, man.
That is sweet.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a
nice
joy
day.
Thanks, you too.
Oh my gosh.
Have a joy.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, that's a reference
guy.
from Demolition Man. I end a number of my videos with "Have a joy day."
Right.
So
I remember the first
Yeah.
time I thought that really like freaked me out for a minute. I was like, I didn't know the reference, so I was like, okay. But yeah, this is great. Is this a website that, again, I don't have much. I kind of just came in the middle of this, and so I is this kind of
Wow,
what
it
this
happens
website is
sometimes.
generally used for, like this sort of
yes,
thing?
yes. StreamYard is generally used for doing streams that people can put on YouTube. Prior to this, Google
You
used
could
to
do
have
this.
the option to have Hangouts, Google Hangouts
Oh, the
on
Hangouts
YouTube.
air?
Yeah.
Yeah, Google
Yeah.
Hangouts on air. Yeah, and they took that away, and it's just like, well, what are we going to do? And so they allowed for the API for other API. Do I have that right? Anyway, they allowed for other for third party companies to do the same thing, and StreamYard is one of them. There are
I like
probably
StreamYard.
4 or 5 other companies besides StreamYard that offer similar services, but StreamYard is probably the most known. So,
I mean, it's
Yeah,
pretty,
I've been
pretty
using
good
it
to
for a
me.
while now. A couple
I've
years.
never. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
No, I was gonna say. I mean, it's pretty cool. I've never gotten this sort of. I mean, this is great. You know.
Yeah, I do this stuff all the time, so
Yeah.
I talk
Sorry,
a lot.
not to
Trust
be
me, you're good.
too much of a whatever, but
I'm so glad the interface is as easy as I was hoping it would be. It's
Yeah, when you're the host, that thing over to the right.
adding someone in is easy. Changing the format, is easy. All of it, that they have everything just very, very simplified and very.
Yeah, you can, on people's names down bottom, you can blow them up too, or you can blow yourself up. But there's all kinds of different little
do that.
ins and outs.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Did I just screw something up?
Well, you
wrong
took
button.
yourself out of the stream, but you're still here now. So
I thought that button was to just. I thought that was to do something else. I thought that was going to hide. Never mind. Sorry.
oh, that's all right. That now I know it. Now I know what that means too. So that's good.
Hit that.
Now there
Yeah,
was an
and the host-
option. Now I decided to get the high end version of this web of StreamYard, and so they have the option of 1080p.
Yeah.
But what I don't know yet is whether or not, if the people that I have as guests are not in 1080p, will that mess something up? Will that slow something down? Will I have a problem? Or is it only on my side? And I don't know the answer to that yet. Because if it's fine for me to be in 1080p just in general, then I'll stream in that mode all just in general. But I
Yeah, I
never
wanna
see,
say-
like when I look at anyone's streams that are using StreamYard, no one is ever using 1080p. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's
Yeah, I
a
don't
bad
know.
idea.
No, I want to say if you pay for it, I want to say Bounty's done it. I think he did it a couple months ago because it said you can have up to 12 people, but they worded it wrong. It says 12, but you can only have 10 on panel still, and then 2 can be in backstage before the backstage fills up. So it's
it's not a real 10. It's not a real 12 people then.
Yeah, it's still 10 people. Like he tested it.
Oh,
He
that's
upgraded it
disappointing.
during the stream one day, and it just lets people down stage. Which, I mean, that's cool. They can be in the
Okay.
private chat, but they can't. Nobody can hear them. Nobody can see them in that case.
Okay.
I
All
wanted
right.
to
Well, that's
leave
good to
out-
know.
Yeah, as the host though, there's a lot of little ins and outs.
Yeah.
Like I've been host for hours, and there's been times where I'm like, "Who's going?" Like I'm done with the backstage stuff. Like, like if you just join, you're here. Boom, good to go. I mean, you can mute your cam and mic and all that good stuff, but good to go. Man, I'm a little.
Well, yeah,
toast.
I'm about ready to head. I'm gonna head for bed here really soon. But I appreciate that people came in. Thanks Glenn for hanging out. It's
Man,
just
sorry,
it's
just following the chat. Sorry, what were you? Sorry about that.
Oh no, that's all right. Everything's good.
Right.
You guys have to. Oh, you have to wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna head for bed here shortly, probably in about 15 or 20 minutes. So.
Well, I'm sorry. Can
yeah.
you remind me, just out of morbid curiosity, are you East Coast, West Coast?
West Coast.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's kind of, yeah.
Well, like I said too, I my sleep schedule, instead of, okay, most people live a 24-hour day, and I live a 25 or a 26-hour day. So my sleep schedule gets shoved forward that much every day. So it's kind of, so like 1 hour or 2 hours every day. So it's kind of messed, but it's the only way I can get enough sleep that I feel that I can be healthy. If I don't do that, I'd end up only getting like 4 hours sleep a night, and that sucks. So I like getting 9 or 10 hours sleep a night. So it
Right, but
works.
that kind of can mess with you.
I
I
didn't
saw
been to
this
bed.
thing, right?
I
What was
hooked
it?
on Better Call Saul again. Shit.
You saw this thing, what?
No, it was I think it was like some video on Vox. It was something like chronotypes. It was like, oh, if you don't go to the right, like if you have the wrong, like if your sleep schedule changes too much. Well, I guess this is common knowledge. I didn't learn this from Vox, but you know, like if your sleep, you know, the circadian whatever. I mean, if it's working for you though, I guess then you know, I don't know. There was something about like, oh, each person has a different chronotype. So like some people, you know, like in the, you know, society kind of is harder for like, you know, night people because like not everyone is really designed for like, you know, the early morning.
Yeah.
Different strokes for different folks, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Exactly what you just said.
Yeah. But yeah, they say shift, like they actually said, I think shift work, like hourly work is like I don't know if it was a carcinogen or if it was like a big risk factor for like some kind of heart condition. Like having a job where you don't control your own hours, they said is a big health risk factor sort of thing. Cause like you might not be able to get, yeah. So anyway, sorry, not to, but just thought it was interesting. But really, man, I'm just absolutely gushing. I hope I'm using that word right. You know, love your stuff and everything. And you know, the JCS stuff, looking forward to that. And I mean, you know, it's great. So yeah,
Cool.
Go.
I guess I'll head out. So you guys take care.
All right, you too.
Nice
And
meeting
hopefully
you.
I'll see you in another one of these hangouts.
I'd love to. I mean, if it's this early, I might. It's sort of more happenstance that I happen to be up this early, but depending on the time, yeah, I'd love to. So you guys take care.
All right, you too.
All right,
Have a
see
good
ya.
one. Hey, you got a
Cool.
good 2 hours here in like what?
Yeah.
30 seconds, just like that.
Yeah, that's cool. This worked out really well. This worked out better than I could have possibly imagined. I'm really, really happy about this. I hope to do more of these.
Right.
Man,
Yeah,
so many of the ones with DWJ and Bounty, they'll just suddenly end. They'll just be
Oh, yeah.
they're done, and it's just like, well, what happened? And nobody knows. You
I've
know.
done that too
So
before. Like,
I'm hoping that I'm at least a little bit more I'm more communicative about that when that happens. So
right. Yeah, there's a lot of times we're sitting backstage like, is it over?
yeah.
Yeah, because once you end it, it's just a private thing at that point. Like,
Yep.
wow, like, I'm taking a drink of this. I'm doing it.
Off my cup.
It's happening.
Well, I guess I'm gonna end this one here in a few seconds. And thanks, Sean, for coming by. It was great to see you. And it's great to have everyone else watching. And I hope to do more of these. I hope to do more of these quite often. So it's been really enjoyable.
Kazoom, chat later, people.
Later, man. Hey, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.